There we go. We are live. Okay. Welcome to our auction. This is, and I've put everything in the chat, but I'm going to go over it as well just to make sure. But let's just start with just saying welcome. And we are, if you're new, we are located in Northwest Vermont, 30 minutes outside of, 25 to 30 minutes outside of Burlington, maybe another 35 to 40 minutes to capital Montpelier, kind of in between the two, sort of. Closer to the border than you think. We are less than an hour to the Canadian border, about 95 miles to Montreal, something like that. Not too bad, and it's all good road when you go up there too. It's really nice. What else? So let's go through the spiel here. Okay, if you're new, please email me, and I put it in the chat, but I can put it on the screen here in the banner too, temporarily. Here, we'll do that. Let's do that. Okay. So, and yeah, please send me your real name, the at name that you are on your YouTube, your at name, your YouTube name, your shipping and your PayPal information. We can do things other than PayPal, but let me know in the email if that's something you really, really have to do. We invoice through PayPal though normally, and then we are doing our shipping through pirateship.com, which is a great service. I highly recommend it. It gives you the best discounted deals I've ever seen. Bidding is done in the chat, in the live chat. Make sure you're in a live chat, not top chat. And bidding increments are $1 or more, up to $10, and $2 or more after that. Pretty much that's about as simple as I want to keep it, I guess. Once I post the sold in the chat, that's it. Bidding's closed. Of course, there are snipers out there try to get in at the last second, and that just restarts the bidding. So just so you understand, if you're new to this kind of thing, I don't plan any multiple items tonight, but I always put that in the chat just in case. Hey, Marilyn, welcome. We'll talk about that in a minute. And okay, I do have some silver items tonight. I have not been able to test them, but I'll give you my confidence rating on what they are. And so just crazy. So yeah, Puppy has been getting better, I have to say. It's interesting. Had a guy over today with his son, and our 3-year-old was a little bit cautious, but the puppy was we need to work on socializing her some more. She's afraid to approach people unless it's family that she's seen here in the house. That's pretty much it. So, yeah, I think I don't know about Amazon. Yeah, I got an order coming soon, and we'll see what it comes by. Everything so far lately from Amazon's been coming by UPS. So my guess is they've cut some kind of a contracted deal, but we'll see. UPS has been cheaper than the post office for, I have to say, out of the last few packages, unless it's a really small package, UPS has been cheaper, not by a lot, sometimes only a few pennies. So when it's only a few pennies, the post office is a lot closer to me than UPS store is. So UPS store is about 15, 20 minutes away. The post office is about 3 minutes away. So I go with whatever is best for me and for you, for people out there. Yeah, PetSmart's near us. We are looking for to get into some training for her, so we're working on that. Kind of waiting for the weather to get a little better. So travel has been a bit scratchy lately. We had a big snowstorm come through. It's actually still snowing right now. We got, I want to say, close to 6 or 7 inches of snow, which is, for us, that's not a big deal. And they're pretty good about keeping the roads clear here, more or less. I mean, just to basically, you got to slow down, take it easy. But it's not like we're crippled by anything. We're kind of used to that around here. So, but yeah, we've had a few. This has been a winter much more like what I grew up with in Maine, and here, living here as well. It's been more typical. So the thing that I would say, yeah, and we're going to be in the 30s and maybe near 40 next week. And then it's going to cool back off again. Actually, next week's weather is ideal for the sugaring guys. They like it above freezing in the daytime and below freezing at night. It's a little early. Usually they don't usually start till the end of February, but that's getting pretty close. So yeah, for those that are into it in a serious way, they'll be taking advantage of that weather. So and starting getting that maple tapped. So, but it's big business here, big business in Vermont. Let me see, where was I? Oh yeah, so storms. So we've had your typical snow. I had to get out and plow the driveway today, um, and it wasn't too bad. It was heavier snow though. This warmer temperatures. So it was in the upper 20s, near 30 today. I think it actually did hit 30, so it makes the snow heavier, denser, a little harder to push around, but great for snowballs, great for making snowmen, great for building forts, all that kind of stuff. So and so yeah, that's what's been going on. Yeah, we've had some illness in the family, so that's been part of the problems. Last week, I didn't have a thing last week, so we had another event going on at our church on the same night, and we wanted to go to that, so that's why I didn't have an auction last week. I meant to post some kind of video just explaining why we didn't have an auction, but I don't know, slipped my mind, I guess, or whatever, but there's too many things going on. So anyway, that's the way it is, but so far nobody's had COVID. It's been kind of a flu bug that's been going around. I think we got one other person still in the family with that. So so far we've been able to escape it, but neither one of us are in great shape for our age anyway. Arthritis this does not like this cold weather, and it really just aches and pains just constantly here. So yeah. You were drained from Monday last week. Yeah, I guess I know the Midwest has been getting some strange storms. In fact, they got some really brutal cold. I think I saw that the jet stream dipped down way, way down and kind of missed us. We did get some below zero stuff Friday night. Yeah, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, I think, this past weekend. And then now it's warmed back up. Like I said, it hit 30 today. Can I say? Anyway, that's where we are. I think tonight is going to be predominant. I want to say predominantly jewelry. You did see I had a Vera Bradley in the preview, and we have been talking seriously considering being snowbirds. We haven't figured out how to manage it yet, but we're thinking about it. Two of our daughters are talking about moving to the Carolinas. I'm not sure if it's north or south, and they haven't decided yet. But when they get ready to retire, which isn't that far away for one of them. So we would like to stay close to family. So we'll see here. But anyway, so that's Florida. I wasn't big. My sister's in Florida, which would be nice to be near my sister, but I don't know. But between the traffic and it's just, I don't know. It's just too much. I know the Carolinas, you have to, they got clobbered this year with snow. Of course, that wouldn't have been a big deal to us, and of course, it doesn't last. They were, a few days later, and it's all gone for them. So, I don't know. We're looking at lots of places. Tennessee, maybe that appeals to me actually. Tennessee, and I also like the fact that they don't tax income. So you're getting clobbered here in Florida. I mean, in Vermont for income tax. The state income tax here is, you take that combined with all the other taxes that we have to pay here in the state, and property taxes, it's just horrible. So, yeah, I know one guy who has a home here. He's a snowbird, but he lives 6 months and 1 day in Florida, so he can be a Florida resident and not pay income tax. Still got to pay the ridiculous property taxes up here, and because it's a second home now up here, it's sometimes that you pay more. So can't be escaped. Death and taxes, right? So no, they don't handle it well. We have friends in, like I said, my sister there in Florida, and we have friends in Texas. Texas got hit pretty hard too. They got some snow and some really nasty winds and cold, and I think they even had some tornadoes. I think, am I remembering that right? Or at least there was some really, really strong winds from these last couple of big storms. So I know the Midwest, the middle of the country, they got clobbered pretty hard. So, but anyway, all right. Well, that's enough chatting, I guess. I'm just waiting to see if there's anybody going to join us besides in the chat here. And I'm going to switch the cameras, and we will start with a non-jewelry item, sorta, and we'll go from there. Let me switch camera. Let me get rid of this banner. So we don't need to have that up there. And let me switch cameras. Back to comments. For those who wonder, I use StreamYard, by the way. So I think that's what a lot of people use. So, Randy, I have not seen you for a while. That's wonderful to see you in chat. Thank you for joining us. Hope things are going well with you. I know I've got to ask some of the other folks that do streaming, like live streaming like this. My @thing is @GGG1955. And yeah, I know you pay a lot in StreamYard, but it's pretty reliable, I have to say. So, and I've had no issues with it at all. For those that are doing the live streaming, with YouTube, on YouTube, @GGG1955 is not particularly descriptive. That's what I created it when I created it years ago. And they say if you rename it, it can really mess up things for people who are subscribing. So I'm kind of curious about those that may have. I was thinking about renaming myself to something else to make it something more more people know who it is, rather than this weird cryptic GGG1955 thing. Anyway, I would love to hear from other people who do that. And I know, Randy, you do. I think you do some live streaming, I believe. So, okay, we have an incense burner here. So. No, that's okay, Randy. I know people get busy. I'm the same. I feel bad because I usually attend a bunch of other auctions because we like to shop just like anybody else. And I have been hitting up a few, but lately. But anyway, okay. So let's see what we got here. This is a brand. I think I say brand new. When I say brand new, and I'll show you why. Incense burner, and we'll start this at. Oh, I don't know where to start it at. Let's say $7. How's that sound? So it's got a brass top, ceramic base, and the reason I think it's brand new, let me show you. It's just the same color all around. There's the top, nice little floral pattern on the brass top. There's the incense, still in the original wrapping. So it's interesting that that's a coil. I think there's more than one in there. Maybe not. I never tried to take it out, to be honest. No, it's just one package. So I guess it's, I don't know if it's multiple, because it does look like it's multiple filaments in there. So I'm not sure how that works. But anyway, there it is. I don't see any markings. It's black on the bottom. And this is red ceramic pattern, this red pattern in the ceramic. So, oh, hey, Kelly, I see you're there. I see Kelly at 7. So, I say it does appear to be brand new. The only thing that's maybe a little sticker residue. Maybe actually no, I don't see any this time. Usually you see some kind of sticker residue, but nothing. So nice to see you, Kelly. Yeah, and I don't know what the scent is. I couldn't tell you. It's not labeled or marked, so it's a you get what it is. And maybe it's sandalwood or something like that. I don't know. So, okay. Well, we're going to say going once, and going twice. And let's see, last call. Excuse me. So, Kelly, for $7. Thank you, Kelly. Let me actually trying to get a little more organized than that. I actually put a box so I can put some boxes handy so I can put people's things in a box so I have it all nicely organized. All right, let's go with some jewelry. Like I said, I'm gonna have mostly jewelry tonight. So, and you saw some of it in the preview, and there's some. I've got some Leah Sophia. I've got some silver, like I said. I've got some Lucinda pins. Let me see what else here we got. So let's see. What do we want to start with? Let's start with this. Trying to pick something out here. Hang on a second. This one looks good. This is a bracelet that's dyed howlite. I'm just trying to see if there's a name on it here for manufacturer, but I don't see one. Just my little tag that tells me what it is. And we get the camera down here. So we get that off the screen. Bracelet. There we go. We'll start this at $5. How's that sound? And so it has this on the bracelet. It has these two pieces on here, a little heart-shaped thing with it appears to be like some rhinestones, maybe, or whatever on there. And then that little tag there says, no, I can't keep my hand steady. Sorry. Peace, love, and hope. And you can see the dyed howlite. And I don't know what the other accent beads are. There's a stretchy one. So if there's any interest in that. Yeah, get back on my screen here. Oh, I didn't put that up. Here we go. I'm still working on getting some of this, getting some help with this. My wife was going to, I thought I would get her tonight to help, but she's not feeling well enough to do that. So we'll get on our own tonight. But anyway, so that is that. Yeah, I can see where it says GGG 1935. I'd love to have something more descriptive there. And same thing for the chat, so you know who it is in the chat. I do have some. Oh, I also have some another dichroic pendant tonight I found that we didn't know we had. Some pins as well. At least one or two pins besides one pin besides the Lucinda pin. So yeah, I have a Lea Sophia. I think it's I want to say it's a necklace or a bracelet. I have some other Lea Sophia that I should have grabbed tonight. I forgot. But yeah, this is a necklace. The one I have is a necklace. But anyway. Okay. No interest in that. Howlite. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. And my wife and I have been following that. She's if I'm not watching it, she's watching it. We're both staying on top of it. It's been affecting her. I know wife particularly greatly. So all right, don't pass on this. No problem. Yeah, we've been keeping the family in our prayers for sure. Okay. Now let's do one of the Lucinda pins. I mentioned it, so let's put it up there. This is one of her little people pins. Let me get the fan. See if we get the camera a little closer here. There. And so this is Lucinda. You can see right there, little people. Lucinda. And I'm going to see if the other one's the other one's not little people. So we can go with the little people, Lucinda, and we'll start this at $8. If there's any interest. get it up close here so you can see it better. Those that don't know Lucinda, there's. I see Kelly at 8. Next bid would be 9 or more. So yeah, that's a good deal, I think. I know what our pins go for, but there's certain ones that are slightly more collectible than others. But that kind of depends on what you're looking for. Again, I see Lucinda. I think this is. She used to be in Maine, based out of Maine, and now you can usually tell from the sticker on the back when she's still in Maine, when it was made while she was in Maine or not, because it will have her main address on the back. But we'll see. Going once. Excuse me, let me grab a sip of water here. Going twice. Last call. And we will say sold to Kelly for $8. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll put that in the box. Oh, you know what? I just realized something. I am not keeping a written record here. I should be doing that. Give me a second. Okay, we'll get that caught up in a minute. And let's get that off the screen. I didn't bring any toys tonight, and nobody's counting on any toys, but yeah, there's certain ones I know, at least from my wife has a few that she's collected that are worth something, I guess. And so I know from that, but are they going for ridiculous prices? No, not that I'm aware of. Write down, and now I get my piece of paper printed out here. Write your name down, Kelly. Make sure I get that straightened out. And cents. There. Okay. Oh, let's see here. Jewelry again. I guess that's gonna be mostly jewelry. I've got one of these magnetic necklaces, and so they're very interesting. These magnetic guys. Let me get my box out of the way here. So you can see they definitely cost upon each other. This is pretty long. I want to say, see, it's joining already, catching. These are really strong magnets. They're really impressive. Let me get the camera back up where you can see it all. And so it's a combination of these magnets and some looks like amethyst colored beads and silver tone. I'm going to say, because I don't know if it's silver or not. I can't test it because of the magnets. Yeah. So it was interesting about this is if you wanted to do, you can double it up and like so, and then make it a choker. So do that. So I think I misspelled magnetic. I think the spell check's on. I'm going to call this one the one with the amethyst beads, amethyst type beads. Again, good thing for spell check. Oh, we'll start this at, I don't know, $7. Let's try that. So, and I'm show it closer so you can see it better. So you can see the amethyst colored beads. Each of these black beads are the magnets or hematite, and then the silver will be in there as well. Like I said, you can wear it however you wish. That's where it is. You deserve the comment, Andy. I've seen your auctions, and you know what you know what you have. So, but what did I do have a couple oddball things tonight too. I do have one or two items that are kind of off the beaten track, I guess is the best way to put it for me. So, okay. Anyway, so that's where that is. Let's see, what else am I talking about here? Okay. Oh, yeah, I took care of that. Yeah, like I said, it's going to be mostly jewelry. I got 1, 2, 3 items. Yeah, 3 items are not jewelry. The rest is jewelry tonight. Like I said, I do have some silver, and I have some pieces that are brand new. I never, stuff that we've obtained that was never used. So, I actually was working on trying to get some other jewelry. I came across some stuff from our business we had, and I was hoping to have it all. Well, that explains that. I was hoping to have it all ready for you tonight. I had to change. There was a couple of them I had to change the air wires, the ones that were on them. Were not very good. Not from the stuff we made, but just stuff we had. So, okay, no interest in the magnetic. Yeah, I try to do the research too when I have a chance, and sometimes I'm just winging it. I've done doing this enough, and my wife's been trying to coach me because she's the one that used to make the jewelry. But prices have changed, especially with the price of silver is right now. It's kind of crazy out there. So, all right, we'll pass on this one. And set that aside. Okay, let's see here. We're not done yet. I haven't done a pin. I haven't done a pin. I've got this really, I think it's pink rhodochrosite pin. Get that in there. It is. I don't believe this is silver, but you can see that I didn't see any markings on it, but I don't think it's silver. I think it's silver tone. But this is pink. Let's see if I can spell this right. Rhodochrosite brooch. Oh. Okay. We'll start this at 7, I think. So what I do, because mostly the rhodochrosite is a very collectible, and especially the pink rhodochrosite, really. And it is much darker than what I'm. At least on my screen, it's much darker. Let me see if I turn this down a little bit, if that helps. Sometimes the light's just a little too much, and my camera overcompensates sometimes. I mean, it might be a silver-plated brooch because I do see some tarnish, but I don't believe it's silver. It did. I did test it with a magnet, and it isn't magnetic, but it's a really nice piece. Okay. Oops, I didn't put that up on the screen. And as I often say, I try to say through my videos, if you're coming in later or you're watching the video even after we close for the night and something didn't sell, you can always email me. And the email's in the chat, of course, at the top of the chat. So, okay. Let me see. While I'm trying to figure out what to do with the next one. Oh, yes, let's do this one. Oh, we haven't done the earrings. Let's do some earrings. That's what I'm not doing. Earrings. Yeah, I think. Yeah. I'll put them on this display temporarily here. And I'm going to challenge you a little bit with a question about this pair of earrings, about what they show. Okay, we're going to pass on this. Oops, I have. Wrong word. Delete that. Pass. There we go. Fast typing. Okay. Where was I? Earrings. So, pair of earrings. I gotta move my camera down lower. I think it's too high. Give me a second. I can mess with the camera here a bit. Yeah. No way I can get up close like that. There. Nope, not quite crooked. A little crooked here. There. Wasn't quite level. Not perfect, but it's going to be good enough. Okay. Kevin Hawthorne. Oh, I think you came in before. You've stopped in before, I think, Kevin. I hope things are going well in Florida. Lakeland. I think I've been through Lakeland. I'm trying to remember. My sister lives in Hudson, so. But anyway, pair of earrings. Okay. So, as you can see, there's I don't know if this is coral or the bead, and the one below it might be howlite, but it looks to me that is that a bison? Possibly. It's got that banding on it, so I couldn't figure out what animal this is. Oh, wait a minute. And I zoom up a little closer. And like, oh no, that's an elephant, isn't it? Or is it? I don't know. It looks like it has a trunk, sort of. This is the question. So, anyway, I will put earrings with an animal. Just because I can't come up with anything better for a description of what it is. We'll start these at $5. I don't. Let me check. I'm going to test the wire. Okay, so it's not. It is not a silver wire. It's probably silver plate. Just so you know. And I'm going to take that one earring I just took off and show it to you against my hand, so you can see it better. Sometimes against the black background doesn't do it justice sometimes. And I think those are I think the animals that are on there are pewter. Yeah, bison or buffalo. Okay, yeah, that's what you thought too. That's what I was thinking, something like that. I've just never seen that banding around it. So, Alrighty. Oops. Yeah, I can put that up there. Okay. And grab another sip of water. And I say, there are things I didn't bring or plan to bring tonight, but I'm basically in my room that has 90% of my stuff. Well, I have some stuff out in the barn. It's not temperature sensitive, so that's out there. But a lot of my other stuff is here. And if there's anything that you're saying, hey, do you have this or do you have that? I've got it like, old newspapers and old magazines, like Life magazine, that kind of stuff. Anybody's interested in those kinds of things. I have comic books and I have vinyl albums and I have toys. I do have toys and some vintage toys. I have, what's the ones, the Hess, like the Hess trucks, the metal trucks and things like that. Brand new in the box, some of them. And puzzles and lots of glassware. I have some really interesting glassware, some fascinating stuff. I may bring one of the auctions in the future, but we will see. We will see. Okay, no interest in the earrings. That's fine. We'll pass on that. I don't think I have the earrings tonight. I was planning to put some stuff together for more earrings, and I just didn't get a chance. Although my bin that stores a lot of earrings is right behind me, so you never know. Okay. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I was going to do this necklace next. Let me take care of these earrings first and put them in a safe place so they don't get separated. Like I say, I hope everybody's doing well tonight. I know the weather's been kind of crazy for a lot of us. So, all right, I have a Napier necklace. It still has the original price tag on it. I'll show you that. I was looking for my display. There it is. I don't know if it'll be worth showing it hanging like that, but we'll do that. Oops. There, and bring it up so you can see what it looks like, displayed that way. But I think it's easier for me to just lay it down and show it on the board. So we will do that. Oh, I have no. Okay, so the original price on this is right there, $13.50, and there's the Napier tag, and it's got a really different kind of tag on it, and then the tag does have the Napier name on it. Let me see if I can get that to focus. Probably not, but pardon my rough hands. But let me see what my loop says. It says on there, and I'll read it to you. But it's Napier, and it has a patent number. That's what's written underneath for Napier. So, let's give you guys a great deal on this. Let's start this at $6. How's that sound? See, there's the original tag. I'm assuming because it was tagged that maybe it's never been used, or whoever bought this was really diligent about keeping that kind of stuff with it and didn't take it off when they use it. I don't know, but there it is. Like I said, we've had our share of snow, but actually, like I say, it's been what we've gotten is what I would expect for winter. We haven't had anything. I mean, we've had several days below zero, and I did have one pipe freeze that kind of caught me off guard, but was able to fix it pretty quickly. It's an old house. The house is 160-something years old. It was 1857, whatever that makes it. Yeah. So, what is that? Next year it'll be 170 next year, right? So, yeah. But we've worked on it. Tried to patch up all the spots that cold air gets in, but oh well. Can get them all. Alrighty. No interested in the Napier. We'll pass on that. Set that aside. Let's do another non-jewelry item. I did have one in the preview, so let's put that up. This is a redone piece. And get rid of this. Oh, my camera still is a little crooked, isn't it? I gotta take it a little bit more that way. That's better. Okay. Redone sign. We'll start this at $8. is any interest. And of course, it's appropriate. Spring's coming up, so you can see the Ray Dunn in the back here. And of course, for those that are Ray Dunn collectors, they know that font that they use. And this is a wooden. It is wood. Can't tell if it's that compressed wood, a composite, but and there it is. Any interest in Ray Dunn? I'm not even thinking about that. Let me decide what I want to do next. I do have another pair of earrings here. A couple of pairs. So, not as many as I thought, but and I'll get to the Sophia Olivia. And I have one piece of that's also we're not sure if it's camphor glass or frosted glass. You'll see that. And I have an interesting silver piece as well. Will come forward. A little teaser on what's coming up. But no interest in the Ray Dunn. I could give you the length on that, so just in case anybody's wondering if it's too big or too small. I think I'm going to guess it's about 16 to 18 inches across. Maybe it's 14. Okay, 14 inches across and about 5 inches tall. So not bad. Not bad. Okay. Sorry. Didn't mean to drop that like that. That probably kicked off that microphone a bit. Okay. No interest in Ray Dunn. Okay. We'll pass on that. If anybody, by the way, is ever interested in jewelry material for making jewelry, I have a lot of that. We haven't decided what to do with that yet. We're not going to be making much in the way of jewelry anymore. So, okay. What did I say? Oh, I did mention Leia Sophia. So let's do that. Let's show the Leia Sophia piece. And it's called a Leia Sophia Pixie. Don't know where to do this one. We'll start this at $9. How's that? And here's the Leia Sophia tag on there. You see the type of clasp. And so what they do is they have the silver-like tubes with bead. Oh, come on, focus. With the this looks like a combination of some mostly amethyst tone kind of beads, but then at the I guess you call it the bottom of the necklace. There's that. It's a very crystalline little piece on the bottom. All right. See if I can put that. Stretch out a little bit there, but there's the Leia Sophia piece that we mentioned earlier. Okay. I'm just looking around here to see if there's something else I wanted to grab besides jewelry. When working with my grandsons, my two oldest grandsons, in our sports card collection, and getting some of the stuff graded, and I've got quite a few. So we're working on that. Once we get some of them graded, maybe, I don't know if I'll bring them to this auction, but I definitely will put them on my eBay site. So, or maybe Mercari, or both. But I've got sport cards from just about everything you can imagine, and some stuff that's not sports related, like TV show, Star Trek, and I forget what the other one was. Maybe it was Next Generation, something like that. But okay, no interest in that. Let's see, Leah Sophia. So we will pass on that. And anybody who's a collector of anything silver, I have a little interesting proposition. These are two foreign coins, very old coins, by the way. I did look them up, so I forget what this. I mean, let me take a look because they're so hard to read. They're very worn, but I will get them on the frame here in just a second. Picture, but this one was. Oh, I can't remember the country now. I think it was really old. It's a sixpence. And so it's not 100%. It's not. It's like 50% silver, maybe. Oops, camera on screen. They're really tiny. I mean, we put it next to a. Let me see if we can find an American coin that you can reference here. Come on, they always have something around here. At least the penny kicking around. All right. Oh, this that's the size of a penny there. Okay, so and I couldn't make out the date on that, but that's a sixpence, and this one is so badly worn, but it's a 10. It's a dime essentially, and I think this one is like 60% silver. I think they're both British, but so I'm just going to say too old. I would say I wish I could get the date off. I can't get a date. This one I know goes back to the 1920s. This one I think is 1950s. I want to say. Let me see here. See if we get a date out of it. No. Yeah, but they're both old coins, and I say so. I'm going to say I'm just going to call this 2 silver. I'm going to say 50% silver. I think. Coins was stuck in $8. And let me see if I can get it on screen a little closer for you to see what they look like. I did research them, and so I'm actually asking less than what people were asking for them. But you see how badly worn it is. You can barely make out the 10. That one's not too bad, legibility wise. And I think that's the sixpence piece. Yeah. So, yeah, they're about the size of a dime, roughly. But old, very old. Is anybody interested? I can actually, if you give me a second, I can tell you what I found out about them. I got my phone still. Okay, the one on the right is it is British. Oh, hang on. All right. Sixpence. Yeah. Let's try that again. Yeah, there we go. George V, British halfpenny coin. And so my looking into this was they were silver, the sixpence pieces. So in the 1920s. So anyway, no interest. I don't see anybody in the chat saying anything about it, so we will pass. And that's fine. Like I said, it was an unusual thing I had. I thought maybe somebody might be interested to collect silver coins. Okay, back to jewelry. Oh yeah, let's make sure we get to some of the ones that were in the preview, of course, in case things get cut short. This one's got a super long necklace on it, and the little hang tag on it has initials on it of, looks like B, maybe J or T. Okay. Let me see if there's a name on the back here. Hang on. There's something there, but I can't make it out. I'll show you what I mean. There's something written there, but you can't make it. But on this side, it has the initials. And oops, let me get that off the screen. Coins off the screen. So there's the pendant, and a very, very long chain. There's a very long chain with it. I'm going to say that chain has got to be close to 25 or 30 inches long. Let me see if I can get a quick length for you. It looks like 14. I'd say that's a 28-inch chain on it. And I have no idea what reasonable price is on this, but I'm going to start it at, a deer, a jeweled deer necklace. We'll start it at $9. No, $8. $8. Start it at 8. And the back of the deer is not jeweled to both sides, as you can see. But don't know if it's supposed to be a reindeer, but Betsy Johnson. Oh, okay. Could be a J. Yeah. I didn't. I don't think I even tried to comp this one. Yeah, you're right. Looks like it's a Betsy Johnson. So I did just a quick look up. Yeah, that's a fair price for it then. I'll keep that in mind. It's a Betsy Johnson. I'll have to write that down. So, whatever. It's an incredibly long chain, and I guess the Betsy Johnson name on that little tag, or initials. Okay. Alrighty. Well, let's see here. I have this other interesting piece. A lot of necklaces tonight. Yeah, a lot of necklaces tonight. We'll do. I know what I got to do next. I think that's what I'm going to do next. Let's see. What do I do with that? Okay. Oh, I see Randy at 8. Thank you, Randy. Sorry, I was looking down, trying to get ready for my next item here, and I'm not paying attention to what's going on in the chat. Okay. Well, we'll say going once. Going twice. Last call. And sold to Randy for $8. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alrighty. Set that aside and write your name down. Okay. All right. This was in the preview. This is a brand new Vera Bradley lunch bag. It's a my finger out of there so you get the right color. There we go. And back it up a little bit here. Get it on screen. Yeah. Brand new with tag. Original price was $40. This is a brand new Vera Bradley, and it is brand new, guaranteed. Oh, you like funky things? Cool. Oh, cool. Well, I always have some of those. Okay. I got this at a sort of a deal, but not a great deal. So I'm going to give you the best deal I can, I think, on this. We're going to start this it's brand new. It was $40. I'm going to start this at $30. And you see it's brand new Vera Bradley lunch bag. And so it's white on the inside with that plastic lining that you have. It's got this ribbon on it. I'm not quite sure why, but maybe it's just a thing for decor. Zipper, a little zippered thing. Nothing on the outside. Just a simple Vera Bradley piece on the inside. So, anybody interested? It's orange, very much orange. Oh, okay, Kelly. Yep, we'll write that down. Yep, coins for Kelly. Gotcha. I've got them set aside. Oh, put them in the bag, actually. Let's see if I can shift it around. And write your name on the bag. Okay. I just have that paper. There it is. And I should do the same with the other things. Okay. Sorry, just trying to stay organized here somewhat. Okay, so no interest in the Vera Bradley. That's fine. We will put that on eBay or whatever and pass on that. But it wasn't a preview, so oh yeah. Like I said, Oh, I got these really cute. Let's go with these earrings. I got two or three pairs of earrings here I want to show. Let's get open. Containers are in. And where's my little display? She told me what these were made with, and I cannot remember. I should have written it down. Okay. What happened? There we go. Oh, let me put that in there. Sold to Kelly. 2 coins or $8. Just to make it official in the chat. And also, if I go back, I can remember. Thank you. Okay. So these are 2 post earrings. She told me what the stone was in these. Like, I think she said they were. I want to say moss agate. I think that's what they are. Yep. It's a moss agate. They're not magnetic, but it's not marked. And so I'm just going to say it's either silver plated or silver tone. As you guys see the keeper, it's a little plastic keeper on the back here. And the way the stone is mounted. Okay. So we put the back on this so I can put that in there. Come on. Oh, there we go. That actually shows pretty good. So we'll start these at $6. Is any interest? I'm giving you the best deal I can right now with that, I think. Okay, let's see here. So let me show you the other one, just so you show that they're not identical because they're moss agate. Moss agate is. You can see why it's called moss agate. It's got a greenish tint to it. And there's the profile of the earring. Like I said, no markings on it. Just dropped it there. Okay. Actually, this shows color really well. Sometimes you worry with the black background if it's going to show properly, but that doesn't look too bad. Okay. Was there any other? Trying to make sure I didn't forget something that's not jewelry related, because all my jewelry I have sitting in one little pile here. And a lot of what I have left is necklaces. We may not be going the full 2 hours tonight. I thought I had enough prepped for my thing tonight, but I'm beginning to realize I didn't really bring enough. I did find another pair of earrings I'm going to show. But we'll go from there. All right. I'm just trying to organize here. That's why I'm getting quiet. Sorry, I should be talking, right? And people tell me I never have trouble talking, so at least that's what I'm told. Mm-hmm. Okay, Randy, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Appreciate your purchase. All right, we're going to pass on these, and we will go to this jade piece I have. It says, my writing here says it's jade with gold leaf, and the chain is gold tone. And so we will show you the piece here. Bring the camera down. A little jade colored heart, a little jade in a heart shape, and we think that's a gold leaf on the the piece on it. It is not marked, but my wife tells me that she knows where this came from or where the origin of it. So, and then the gold tone chain looks like about a 16-inch chain. So, jade heart with gold leaf, faded leaf on chain with necklace. I guess this was called a necklace. We'll start this at, oh boy, I have to say $14, I think. That's going to be trying to make sure I'm not shorting myself on this. What we have in it. Why is that out of focus? Come on now. Like I said, it's gold tone chain. Very delicate little chain with that style of clasp. Get the pendant in my hand here so you can see it better. I see Kelly at 14. I'm looking for markings on it. I didn't see any. We will say going once. Going twice. Last call. And sold to Kelly for $14. Thank you, Kelly. Put that back in this bag. Yeah, I had a note, a question, and I didn't say it, but because I'm still not 100% sure, but I think the plating is like $10K, something like that. So let me write your name down. And my list as well. Of course, I misappropriated my pen. Let me. Oh, there it is. Okay, now that's recorded. Oh, what next for jewelry here? Well, let's do another Lucinda. This one's a house pin. And This was made while she was still living in Maine. We'll start this one at, I don't know. What did I say for the other one? 8? That's what I was asking? I think that's what I was asking. I don't know. House pins go for a little bit more, so I'm going to start this one at 10. That's still a lot less than what I see the other house pins going for. So, but it's still a reasonable price, I think. Like I say, house pins I know are some of the more popular ones. And this one, like I said, this is one of the earlier ones that she made. And how do I know that? Because it has her address in Maine. So I see Kelly at 10. Excuse me. Yeah, it's dry in my house with the wood stove going, so that's why I'm drinking a lot of water. I came prepared with lozenges and everything, so. Okay. I do have at least one more silver item, maybe two. So, alrighty, we'll say going once, going twice. Last call. And sold to Kelly for $10. Thank you, Kelly. Okay, write that down. Alrighty. I have this really interesting cameo style necklace. No markings on it whatsoever. It is not silver. I think it's pewter, or it appears to be pewter. What some people call a dark silver. Looks like about I'm going to say 18-inch necklace or so with a 2-inch extender. So let's just show you the whole thing. There we go. We'll give you an up close look at that in a minute. Okay, so cameo necklace. Oops, hang on, let me get rid of this. Thank you, Kelly. Yeah, a gunmetal look. Yeah, some call it dark silver. When I was looking this up. So cameo necklace. And it has little rhinestones or crystals or whatever in it here as well. You'll see it better when I bring it up close. I'm going to start this one at. Oh, she told me what she wanted. I know there was something. There was some. I got. See if I can check what I wrote down here somewhere. Somewhere I wrote it down. Yeah, we'll start this at around $10, I think. Unusual piece. Like I said, look at the chain. You can see it's kind of a dark, and the color's showing pretty accurate there on my screen anyway. And I'll show you the pendant here in a second. The clasp and the extender. But the pendant itself is it's definitely vintage a vintage type piece. Maybe it's supposed to be replicating vintage. I'm not sure, but well, that's showing nicely. And so you got these pieces that are hanging on the side here. Let me get them properly aligned in my hand here. And the bottom piece actually, yeah, like that. Yeah, that's correct. Just to give you an idea what it looks like properly hanging. So I would call this a vintage piece, maybe Victorian in style. And but I did not see any markings on the back. So that gives you an idea what it is. Okay. Oh my. What did I do with those? Oh, just the one thing. Sorry, just trying to organize here a little bit. Make sure I don't leave something behind that I meant to show. Oh, yeah, another box of stuff here. Okay, I got more than I think. Okay, maybe we'll go the full 2 hours tonight. We'll see here. Okay, no interest in that one. We will pass. And set that aside. Let's see here. Oh, get it out of there. This one was marked, I'm pretty sure. Let me double check my. It's marked. This is an older piece. Again. Yeah, marked sterling. What they call, let me see. Hang on. I'm going to look at my notes again if I can find them on this one. This is what they call a Art Deco. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah. Sapphire blue star. It's not a sapphire, but it is just the pendant. Okay, and you see the little stones around the edges here. Oops, let me get rid of that message. So, Art Deco star well, that's actually just the sterling star glass brooch pendant. Sorry. And it's just the pendant. I could put it on a chain if you want me to, but I'm trying to. I have to. You see that the fastener on this is really tiny, so it would take a very delicate chain to use that particular fastener, or I could put a larger jump ring on it. But I'm going to sell it just as the pendant for now. And if there's an interest in me putting a chain on it, let me know, and for a fee I can do that. So okay, so we'll start this at. I'm going to have to start this at $15. This is really a really nice piece, and I did comp it, and this is still a good deal. So if there's any interest, let me bring it up so you can see it up close. Give it a second for it to focus better. You see the little. I did not test those stones. I'm assuming they're just rhinestones. It is a deeper blue than what's showing on my. If I pull it back, you can see it's a much deeper blue. There's the back, and it is marked sterling on one side. I forget where. It's written on the side there somewhere. My finger's over it, I think. But it is marked. It's really faint, though. I see Marlini at 15. You see, it's a much. The blue is a little deeper than what's showing on my screen. Not a lot deeper, but a little deeper. I think it's a. If we killed the light a little bit, it seems to. Yeah, there we go. That darkened it up. You can see it much better. So we'll see Marlini at 15. So we'll say going once. It's a silver setting, so that's why I'm asking 15. Nothing else, just for the silver setting. Going twice. It's still a good deal, I think. Last call. And sold to Marleni for 15. It is a very pretty piece. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me put that in the bag, mark it. Write your name down. There. Okay. I'm going to do my notebook. Sheet. Okay. Thank you, thank you. And again. And let's do another pendant. I've got this one here. Again, it's not marked anywhere that I could find any markings. And it does pass the magnet test, but I don't think it's silver. But if it is, you're going to get a heck of a deal. I'm trying to look to see here for any markings at all. Nothing. It may be silver plate. Let's try another pendant. Again, this is big. This is like 2 inches across. Oh, that's a shame. Maybe you lost your jeweler. Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to call this a silver tone pendant. It's more than that, but I'm just don't want to put too long a description here. We'll start this one at $8. And I could put it on a silver tone chain if you want. I got those, and I'd just do that for free. But these are little rhinestones in there. See if I can get them to shine. There we go. Got to get the light just right. That's the front. That's the back. Back is really quite decorative. It does pass the magnet test. It is not magnetic. But again, no markings. If this was silver, if I knew this was silver, I should say, it would be a lot more than $8. But I don't know for sure. No chain? Yeah, it's fine. Oh, there we go. That shows nicely. So, let's set that down. You could. You're right, Kelly. You could wear it both ways. Yep. All right. We'll say going once. Nobody else is going to bid 9 or 10. So, going twice. Last call. And sold to Marleni for $8. Thank you, thank you. Silver tone pendant. There. So I write your name down on my list. Put that in the bag also. with your name on it. I got the strangest message the other day, 2 days ago, from somebody. It just showed up as a phone number. So whenever I see just a phone number, I'm always a bit leery to answer the text. But they said, but they knew my name, and they said something about their puppy. And I thought, oh, who do I know that has a puppy? But the number did not ring a bell, so I did not respond. So if it's anybody out there, that's some of my, people out there that buy from me, I apologize for not responding to your text. Okay, let's see. We got a lot of necklaces. Let me see if I got earrings here. Okay. Nope. Oh yeah, that's gotta be. I've got earrings here, but I'm just trying to decide if I want to show them tonight. And I showed I gotta show you this, and I feel really, just horrible about this. I've got this absolutely gorgeous Trifari bracelet, and I showed it 2 weeks ago at my auction, but unfortunately, it's missing some stones. Right there, you can see there's 2 missing there, maybe 3. Another one missing there, and another one missing there. It's a shame. They call it blue sapphire and crystal, and I've seen this bracelet going for some crazy numbers. It's not silver even, but it's unfortunate. I don't know if I can ever find something that can repair it. But yeah, I don't respond to anybody I don't know. I never do. So, I'm going to show the dichroic. I mentioned it. Here it is, and this is on a silver chain. And so, I haven't decided what to do with it. That's unfortunate. It came from a friend who asked me to sell it for her, and I didn't look at it closely, so to see that it was damaged, that Trifari. And that's a really nice Trifari piece, but unfortunately, it's. Okay, we'll start this one at 12. No, what am I doing for the silver? Yeah, 12. The dichroic on silver chain. I know it's silver. Be sure of that. It's a snake style chain, 18-inch. And that's the front of it. That's the back. And we just came across a whole bunch more dichroics we had from that person. But I need to put this kind of a bail on it, like that. So I have a bunch of them. Yeah, same artist. Yep, all from the same artist. Yep. So I see Marlene at 12. Oh, Kelly was the first. Sorry, Kelly was first at 12. Marlene. So the next bid would be 14 if you're interested. Oh, Marlene jumped to 16. And Kelly's at 18. I said I will have, not this week, obviously not tonight. I mean, I didn't have time, but Marlene jumped to 22. And I will have more. I'm just seeing if I have other things for tonight. Oh, we do on time, 10 o'clock. Okay, so, geez, I almost forgot about these. I'm glad I didn't. Kelly's at 24. Thank you, Kelly. And Marlene's out. Thank you, Marlene. So we'll say going once, going twice. Last call. Oops. Sold to Kelly. I typed the sold, but it didn't type it in my screen. Okay, thank you, Kelly. Let me put that in a bag and write your name on it. Alrighty, and my marker, here it is. Okay. I will, not this week, next week. I will have more. Like I said, we came across the stuff we had and didn't realize we had it. Strange as that sounds. Okay. I have got some earrings I'm going to show next, and these are going to be sterling as well. So let me just hang on a second. I'm just trying to get them untangled here a little bit. There we go. And when I say untangled, you'll see what I mean. So these are interesting. I don't know. Now I'll have to show them to you, and these are going to be the hardest ones to show that I've ever had to show, and you'll see why in a minute. So these are sterling. They're marked 925, and I can't hang them on anything because the way they are made is one dangly. You see the connector there? All right. And that's marked 925 right on the connector and on the pin itself. So one thing goes through your ear, then goes into the connector, into the second thing that dangles. So I'm going to start these at, oh, wait, I don't know. What did they call these? I forget. There was a name for these. I'm just going to call them long earrings. I'm going to start these at 15. They're really pretty and very light. So you can see the pattern in the way it hangs. Now, I hope I'm being reasonable on the price of these. I think that's a reasonable price, but I see Kelly at 15. My wife, these are brand new. They've never been used. My wife got them for herself and decided she didn't like them. She changed her mind. Never wore them. So, yeah, they're different, aren't they? They with the chain that hangs in the front and the chain that hangs off the back. I've never seen this before, and I don't know how I would display them even, because I don't have anything that could that would be like a simulated earlobe, I guess is what I have these things that look like they would work that, but they're solid metal inside, so I can't poke the thing through. I'm often tempted to take a drill to them so I can do exactly that kind of thing. But anyway, there we go. This is going once, going twice. Last call. And sold Kelly for $15. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I have in this, it came in this really interesting case, which I will send to you. I'll show you what I mean in a minute here. I've seen these kind of cases before. But it came in this little black case like this. So that's the way I'll ship them because it really protects it. But let me write that down or I'll forget. It'll be in the box, your stuff, but Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's the first time I've seen something like that. I'm not even sure she remembers where she got them. So, okay. I have another one of those magnetic necklaces. This one's black, again, with the black hematite, and this one's got green crystals and freshwater pearl, it looks like. And again, very long. I think this is like over 30 inches long. Let me get the camera up a little higher. You can see the whole length of it. Whoop, 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 whoop. Stay put, stay put. Let me separate it. Okay. Huh. Selling them for brooches. Huh. Interesting. Huh. I haven't caught up with Amy lately to any of her auctions. I need to get on her site. I need to make sure I'm getting notifications. I don't get all the notifications anymore. Got to fix that, I guess. Re-notify. All right. Magnetic with freshwater pearl. Spelled pearl, right? Necklace. And we'll start this one at $8. The other one's the same as the other one. $8, I think is what I was asking. So, and this is really, this one's, let me get a length on this because I don't have it. I'm going to say it's got to be close to 30. Oh, 34. It's even longer than I thought. So just so you can see the pattern that's in there. Looks like some alternating red and green and freshwater pearl. And some amber in there as well. Amber colored crystals as well. Huh. I say it's the first for me to see that style of earring. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, necklace. So what do we got left here? I've got a couple items left. Maybe two more. What did I do? Oh, there they are. Gotta find my little display. Yep. Like I say, I'm looking forward to next week. We're going to be some above freezing temperatures, and that'll be wonderful. It's really nice. I'm looking forward to that. It does make things messy though. If things start to melt and then they refreeze, it gets to be a terrible mess. But like I said earlier, it's going to be good for those that are sugaring. So, trying to look at these earrings I'm about to show. I know they're marked, and I want to make sure I got the marking right. I'll tell you what I have to know about them. Yeah, that's what I thought. These are marked, sort of. Okay. And we're going to pass on these. Necklace. 80 degrees there. Wow. Yeah, I haven't talked to my sister in Florida. They got down to the 30s. One place she was visiting some friends in Brookville, and it was actually getting snow flurries. So crazy weather. Okay, we'll pass on this and hide that. Oops, get that out of there. There we go. Okay, so these are two little post earrings. We'll bring the camera down. They look like the little gold sparkly. My fan out there. I think it's just throwing the color off. Oh, that shows good. Yeah, they're post. The little backing pieces are marked 925, but the earrings themselves are not. So I'm going to assume they're not. So I'm going to call these the gold tone leaf earring, and we'll start them at $5. They're just a post earring, like I said, and the backing piece is marked 925. But I looked. Sometimes even the post on the earrings are marked 925, but I didn't see anything like that, or on the back of the earring itself. Let me show you what I mean. No markings there. You can almost see the stamp coming through on the post. If I can get it to focus, there's no. You see, there's a silver tone on the backing, but they're still a pretty little earring. So, and like I said, they're kind of a gold finish. My hands being in there really throw it off. Wow. Kelly at 5. We'll say going once, going twice. Last call. And sold to Kelly for $5. Thank you, thank you. I know they're not made in China. I can tell you that much for sure. I think they were made in Thailand or someplace like that. So you write your name down. There. Okay, throw that in there. Bin. You did that. Okay. Oh, yes. This is the one I mentioned earlier. This is either camphor or frosted glass. My wife is leaning towards camphor. We weren't quite sure what the white stone is. Maybe howlite, maybe not. And we get a display for that. This might show really well on the black. Let's see. Camera up. Yeah, not too bad. Let's put back in the light here. Center that a little better. There we go. Okay. So, it's either camphor or frosted glass necklace. And we're going to start this at $10. Okay, and so you can see how it hangs. It looks like it's about, I'd say, 16 to 18 inch. I can measure that to make sure, but let me double check here. We'll give you a quick measurement. Oh. 18. Okay, and I was thinking 18. So to show you the beads up close, and there's the clasp. And there's that white. It's cold to the touch. All of it is cold to the touch. These are cold to the touch. The beads are cold to the touch. I don't know about the seed beads in between, but come on, focus. me set it down here. See if we can get the focus better down here. There we go. Focus now, focus. There we go. Okay. Yeah. And let's see what we have next. Do I have another pair of earrings? Oh, I got this brooch, right. Okay, I'm just looking at this other next piece to make sure I don't mislead you on it. Okay. No, interested in that necklace. Okay. We will pass on that. And we will do this little brooch. And this is I think this is what they consider Victorian style brooch. I think. Let me check so I can find my notes on that one. Art Deco, sorry. Okay. Art Deco style, black glass or onyx. What do you call a bar pin brooch? Okay, there we go. I knew there was a name for it. Bar pin brooch. I can never. Did I write this stuff down? Oops. What did I do? Wrong button. Bar pin brooch. Oh, we'll start this at $9. So let me bring it up close. Get a better look at it. I did check it. This piece it is not magnetic, and neither is the bar piece on the top. The chain is. Here's the bar. No markings. On the pin, on the bottom of the pin itself. It's interesting though when you see the back like that with a pattern though, it's a good indication of some quality. It's not just a washout, where it's just the plain metal on the back. So, not that I'm saying it's high end, but so it is the casting is not one-sided. Yeah, the similar ones I've seen out there dated to the 1920s. So either that or they're talking about the 1928 company. I'm not sure which. But like I said, I did not see any markings on there. Okay. All right. We'll pass on that. Oops. Over. And we'll get to, let's see, is this the last item? No, it's the last item in this box. get this really interesting necklace. I'll get the other board because it's not going to, you're going to see why. I don't want to put this on the blackboard, on the black thing to hang it. And I don't know if there's a name on this. I don't think there is. But put the camera up. I didn't hang that very evenly, did I? Get rid of that. And oops. So they call this a lace, black lace. Oh yeah. Oh, you think it's 1928 company? Could be. They do make Art Deco stuff, I think, right? So, black lace metal necklace. Oh. Hard to know what to do with this one. We'll start this one at $8. Now I'll show you up close here. So there's interesting. The interesting thing is the latch is this, right? Oops, camera here. Here's the way it latches through this little loop. I can't bring this down so I can fight with it. The interesting thing about it is it doesn't matter which side you show, it's the same. Cool, huh? So you can put it on upside down, backwards, or whatever, and it doesn't really matter. It's pretty cool. And then the little seed beads, and then they have smaller some accented beads in there as well. I'm going to say that that's probably a 16-inch. Yeah, 16. A 16-inch necklace. Oops, make it the camera on that again. Yeah, it really doesn't show well against the white background, but against the flesh of my hand, it does a pretty nice job. Yeah. So I see Merlini at 8. So we're going to say going once. Yeah, I never see, you don't see this kind of a clasp much anymore. At least in the stuff I've seen lately. So going twice. Oh, excuse me. Last call. And sold. Merlini for $8. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And let me find a bag to put that in. Put your name on it. Okay. All right. I still plan on trying to keep doing Wednesday nights and maybe an occasional Sunday. Again, I will definitely let people know. I'll let people know, in advance. Well, of course, I'll post it. It'll be the live thing will be out there, upcoming or whatever, But I will definitely let people know. Let me see if I've got anything else I need to show that's in the other box here. I think I showed that last time. Pretty sure I did. I had some rings too. I was thinking about showing them, but I'll do that maybe next time. I have a bunch of rings. I need to get a better feel for what they are. I had a whole box full of them, and different, not box, but small box with a bunch of rings. And I have this other necklace that I'm working on untangling. I'll show it to you. I'll have it. It's really quite an interesting necklace. The reason there's tape on it is I was trying to keep it aligned. There goes my camera. Trying to keep it aligned so I could untangle it. It's my technique for untangling these kinds of necklaces, but things. Kind of interesting necklace. And I don't see a name on it anywhere either. But so the reason the tape's on it is just to keep the four strands aligned, so I can untangle this up here. And it just got twisted around somewhere when I was in storage. So yes, Kelly, sure. I will put that in the chat right now. Oops. I misspelled two things. Just putting it in the chat to make it official, and then I'm going to write it down to make that official. So let's see. One more thing. I got to do this for more. And the Napier, write that down. That was $6, yes, right? For Kelly. Okay. Cool. Alrighty. Well, look at that. I actually did make it to the 10:30 mark. What do you know? So I am. That was my last item that I was planning on showing, and switch cameras here. Hang on. Let's see there. Anyway, so yeah, it's gotten too late, but the dogs were good tonight. They've been quiet, so and I will have to put them out for the last evening and go check my mailbox because the mailman was really late today, so I didn't get a chance to get the mail. Anyway, so yes, thank you. Well, thank you, Marlene. Yes, I'll try to give you some good deals. So, but anyway, that's the way it is. We will be here again next week, Lord willing, and I will try to incorporate a few other things. Like I said, I always encourage people to let me know if you're interested in anything else. I'm sitting here looking across, and I've got some like M&M things, an M&M dispenser, and I got a globe, and I've got a one of those 1/16 scale model cars, and music boxes. Oh, I got a bunch of music boxes, and I think we got rid of. I shouldn't say it that way. I think I managed to sell most of the Barbie stuff I had. Yeah, I think so. I have one item left that nobody wanted, but I got a couple of other smaller items maybe people will be interested in. I got some really interesting cameras too, if anybody's interested in cameras. So I keep forgetting about that. I should bring some out sometime. Antique cameras. So some really, really, really cool ones. I have some really cool cameras. Anybody who's a camera buff really would love some of these cameras. But what am I looking at over here? Like I said, puzzles, games. I got a lot of games. Trolls. Anybody into the troll dolls? Got those. I've got. I'm just looking around here. Like I said, in the room here. And I got a box full of stuffed bears. I got some really interesting stuff. Oh, I wish I would grabbed it. I don't think I can grab it in time. In my cabinet here, I've got some really unique glassware. Some I wouldn't call them martini style glasses, but they're like a martini slash wine glass. They're really, really pretty. So cameras would be fun. Okay, I'll see about bringing a couple cameras. I've got 6 boxes of them. I used to collect them. So and I had my whole big display across the room when I displayed them all. So I got everything from real Brownie box cameras and all the way up to Polaroid. So yeah, so cool stuff. And I got some good 35 millimeter cameras as well, a couple. So anyway, still into film. Actually, we had one camera I got years ago, still had the film in it, and I got lucky and it rounded, took it out, and it got it managed to get developed, and it had some interesting, looks like family pictures, I guess you'd say. Somebody took I liked their Jeep. It was an older Jeep. This is in the 50s probably. It was pretty cool stuff. Yeah, I have postcards too, and all kinds of different types of postcards. And I have, I guess you would call it ephemera things as well. So fun stuff like that. So yeah, fun stuff. Like I say, lots of stories to tell if I ever want to get into it. Someday maybe I'll make a video of just the stories, some shorts out there, and see if anybody's interested. But, okay, well, everybody have a blessed evening, and hopefully your weather's beautiful, and we're looking forward to seeing you again, at least by next Wednesday, maybe Sunday. We'll see how things are going. So anyway, you all have a great night. Bye-bye.